station, WDWL TV, broadcasting live from Studio A. It's the Grumpy Old Man Show, starring none other than me, the Grumpy Old Man. And my studios are located on Grumpy Old Man Road, just in case you want to visit. And, as always, we are a division of Grumpy Vulture Productions. Take your bow. Okay, look at the camera, both eyes. All right, when the stream's over, go, right up and get your $10,000 take a bow check. Friends, guess what? The bread war is over. Actually, almost before it started. Yeah, I got a call from Kevin about 1 o'clock today. And he says, I did a little attitude tune-up with our delivery driver. And he says, you will not ever have to worry about there not being any Jewish rye bread in the store. We have changed to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And there will always be reserve in the back room. And we've also asked the managers and the assistant managers to keep a constant check on the bread counter back here. And with that, remember, if there's a problem, you have my personal cell phone number. I was like, holy shit. I can't believe it. One phone call and it did all this? He says, well, like I told you yesterday, your phone call pushed my last button. And the last thing I want is my buttons pushed. I like to keep everything copacetic. So, I will be emailing you a backup to this conversation along with the district manager's personal cell phone. If you have a problem, call either number, but I suggest you call mine first. I was like, oh, Kevin, you're cool, man. I appreciate it. He goes, well, we like to keep our customers happy. I said, well, if I go in the store and I see nice fresh loaves of Jewish rye bread, I'll be happy as a clam that fell out of a clam bake. He was like, what? Never mind. Figure of speech. He goes, I never heard that one before. I told him, I said, well, feel free to use it. So, it just proves a point. Don't fuck with the grumpy old man. If you want a cop attitude with your neighbors. Don't cop attitude with me. I still wish I'd have been around a corner somewhere within an earshot of that meeting this morning. I can almost imagine how it went. Here's the delivery driver. Oh, got his big rack of bread. Holy fuck! Oh no! He sees what's coming. You want to step away from the bread rack so we can talk around the corner here? Not really. I might need the bread rack for interference in case what happens here. Yeah, it must have been interesting. I'll find out tomorrow. I was going to go up this afternoon. I figure, just let the smoke, let the smoke settle a little bit before I go in. Because I know for sure, as soon as the manager or the assistant manager sees me, they're going to say, hey, we need to talk to you. Wasn't me. I'm the happy old man. You want my twin. He's at home. The grumpy old man. It ain't gonna work. Oh, shit. I know the assistant manager who really thinks I'm an idiot to begin with. He's gonna say, oh man, did you stir up a shitstorm yesterday? I was like, that's me. The official stir the shitstorm. He's kind of cool. I like him. I can't remember his name, for Christ's sake. Oh, I'm bad with fucking names. I want to say his name is Kevin, too. That rings a bell. Whatever. He's always circulating the store, straightening, merchandise, checking on things. So I know he'll spot me when I'm in the store. He'll come running. I can just imagine the conversation. Man, you thought you stirred up a shitstorm when you called the district manager. Jesus Christ. You don't screw around. You went right to the top. Yes, I did. And the amazing thing is, they listened to me and they took action. That's all I wanted. I want my bread. I want to come in and go, oh, look, Jewish rye. Oh, okay. I can't help it. I'm OCD about my bread, for Christ's sake. I like Jewish rye. And I like Schwabel's Jewish rye. Like I told you, it tastes very, very similar to the rye bread I grew up on from the West Side Market. But, it's been, God, 55 years since I've had that bread. But it's keyed in my memory banks, what it tastes like. But it used to be cool going back there. Grandpa get that big fucking round loaf. It was about the size of a truck tire. And then he always got a small one. They used to make small ones, like 1 pound, maybe half a pound. Little. Looked like a meatloaf more than a rye bread. Grandpa'd say, could you slice that for my grandson? And the girls would be like, oh, sure. And they'd put it in a slicer and I'd watch. And then take the plastic bag. No, it wasn't plastic. It was paper. Yeah. It was a long cylindrical paper bag. They slide it up, twist the end, put a twisty on it. And then they write my name on it. Here you go. I had my own little West Side Market shopping bag. They used to make them out of canvas. You could get canvas shopping bags. And Grandpa had to make me a little one because he had his big ones. He said, hey, grandson, yai by yai. Okay, Joe. And then a couple days later, it was like, hey, look what we made. We even embroidered his name on it. That was cool because that Saturday morning when he picked me up, he He didn't give it to me right away. We drove down to the market. He pulled it back in the parking lot, and he had my bag inside of his. And we're in the market. He's getting getting the Limburger cheese and getting a nice big fresh onion. We go back to the bread stand. He gets that big giant 30-inch across loaf of bread. And then he said, grandson, can you slice it? And they put my name on it. And they went to hand it over the counter. And Grandpa says, can you come out this way? And the girl was like, yeah. She had that little loaf of bread. And Grandpa handed me my special canvas West Side Market shopping bag. I was like, holy shit. Well, I didn't say that. Even though I was thinking it. Because Grandpa didn't, he wasn't afraid to swear in front of me. Matter of fact, the one time I let it slip once, I was like, oh, fuck. What did you say? Don't say that in front of your grandma. Say it in front of me. Don't say it in front of Grandma. You know what'll happen. The old bar of soap will come out, and you'll be leaning over the sink. You'll be blowing bubbles for a month. Okay. You give me I had my little shopping bag. She put the bread in it. I felt like a big shot walking out of the market with my canvas shopping bag with my name embroidered on it. I always wonder what happened to that bag. Over the years, it got lost somewhere. But I had it for a long time. Even when I was in my 20s. I used to hang it up. Everybody said, what's with that little tiny bag? I said, that used to be my shopping bag with Grandpa. West Side Market canvas bag. Oh. Somewhere along the line it got lost or stolen or destroyed. I don't know. Another memory. Yeah, whatever did happen to that bag? I don't know. It's probably in a box somewhere, at the bottom of a box, turned upside down so I don't see my name on it. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. I might still have it. I kind of doubt it, though. Something in my eye. If I do have it, I'll show it to you, because it was cool. Was colored canvas, because they made them out of awning canvas. Astrip awning. They used to make the bags for the market. I think it was green and white stripe, if I remember, with my name embroidered on it. It was a cool little miniature shopping bag. You couldn't put more than a loaf of bread and maybe a little piece of Limburger in it and a small onion. But yeah, I felt like king shit walking out of the market that day with my. Then Grandpa would point it out. Look at my grandson. Show him your bag. Everybody be giving me the thumbs up. That is one group of memories that will stay ingrained in my brain, because those were the best times ever. Every Saturday morning, going to the West Side Market with Grandpa, because it was always a journey. It never failed. We'd run into people, and Grandpa spoke Hungarian. And there were a lot of Hungarian people in the market. They'd be talking to me. I'd be like, huh? I always wish I'd learned it. Yeah. You didn't know if they were complimenting you or calling you an asshole, you know. But it was fun times. Because of all the freebies. Oh my God. Especially the Smoky stand. That was a riot. Where's my flame? You just trying to steal my lighter? Because the Smoky stand was like down the center aisle. So they could see us coming either direction. And it'd be hilarious. We'd no sooner get up to the stand and a handful of Smokies had come over the edge of the counter. Here you go. Oh boy. Can I have a few more? Yeah, sure. Yeah, Grandpa talks about you all the time. You're a good boy. If you want more, come back. Sometimes I would. Grandpa'd be chit-chatting with one of his Hungarian friends. I'd say, I'll be right back. He'd say, oh, don't go far. He knew where I was going. I go over to the Smoky stand. You want some more Smokies? Yes. Please? Here you go. Grandpa says you're a good boy. Here you go. If you want more, come back. I got a bag full. Thank you. And Grandpa knew where I was coming from. He'd see me coming down that aisle. He'd be like, oh, jeez. He's got a bag full of Smokies. Weighed more than I did. Then he'd ask me. He knew where I was. He'd ask me, where were you? Smoky stand. I had to get some more Smokies. Don't overdo it. He keeps telling me to come back. Don't overdo it. Don't wear out your welcome. That was another one of his cliche lines. Don't wear out your welcome. Okay, I won't. Then we go back to the house. Grandpa put his canvas bag on the edge of the table. And he'd start unwrapping butcher paper. And Grandma'd be like, oh no. Because she knew it was coming. It was the same thing every single Saturday. Aren't you heathens gonna use any plates or silverware? Fingers. The only thing Grandpa used his knife for was to cut everything. Then we ate with our hands. It was always the same every Saturday. First you start with the pepperoni. Eat some pieces of pepperoni. Then the smoked whitefish. And then he'd start slicing the rye bread. And then he'd slice the onion. And then he would unwrap the Limburger cheese. And Grandma'd go right through the fucking ceiling. Oh, God, every Saturday takes me all week to get the stink out of this house. She'd be fanning her apron, opening all the windows. Even if it was 10 below zero, she'd open all the windows. But like I said, the more I ate, the more it desensitized my nostrils. So by the time I was about halfway through a sandwich, I wasn't smelling anything anymore. But Grandma, she'd be fanning that apron. You heathens! That's us, the two heathens. I know I keep telling that story. It's my favorite. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody. I knew I wanted to say something in the beginning of the show. I got a comment yesterday from someone in Sweden. I was like, someone in Sweden listens to me? Oh, I almost fell out of the chair. His name was about that long. All kinds of vowels. I couldn't figure out what his name was. But yeah, a listener in Sweden. I was amazed. I didn't think I had listeners in Cleveland, let alone in Sweden. I looked at that comment, I was like, Sweden? Yeah, it started out, greetings from Sweden. Huh? Boy, he must have been bored that day. I got nothing to do today. I think I'll tune into the grumpy old man and then send him a comment. Greetings from Sweden. He told me the way to get more subscribers, you got to use a hashtag. I had to figure out what a hashtag was. We called it a number sign back in our day. But no, today it's a hashtag. It was also a tic-tac-toe screen. Hashtag. So I tried it today. Hashtag grumpy old man. We'll see if it gets me one more subscriber. I'd like to hit 50. I've been at 49 for like 4 months now. I can't get one more? Somebody out there's got to subscribe. One more. Tomorrow I want to open things up and see 50. I know it was tough to get to 30, but we all know who 30 is. Hi, 30. How you doing? Things okay at work? I hope so. See, I know 30 personally. I'll have to find out if his buddy is like 29 or 31. I gotta stop. He just moved up the street from me. I kind of give him time to move in and settle down before I stopped over to visit and irritate him. I want to see I think it's a 69. He got a neat 69 Camaro. Oh, yeah. I'm not much into Chevys, but he's got a cool Camaro, man. I got to ask him if I can drive it before he puts it away for the winter. Because he just brought it over to the house. Take it for a spin. Remind me of my youth days when a 69 Camaro was brand new. But yeah, he's got a cool one, a blue one. Like I say, I'm not much into Chevys, but I like his. Anything that's almost my age, I like. So I have to stop over the house on the weekend and say, hey, can I drive your Camaro? No? He won't say no. He'll say, here's the keys. Be gentle on it. I will. I'm not used to driving shit with high horsepower. Yeah, a little 4-cylinder Nissan and Toyota, you know. Not like them big whopping V8s of my day. I had a 1970 Ford X police cruiser with a 429 4-barrel. Oh, did that car move? Holy shit. Yeah, I bought it off a little suburb one of their police officers says, "Hey, you want a police cruiser?" I said, "Oh, I'd love to have a police cruiser." He said, "Well, this one's going up for sale shortly. We got a new one coming." I was like, "Oh boy, you know what they want for it?" He goes, "It's supposed to be a secret bid, but I'll find out for you." A couple days later, I get pulled over. He had to make a big thing out of it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Shit, I'm getting a ticket. Then he walks up to the door with a big shit-eating grin on his face. "Gotcha!" Then he told me how much to bid, because there was only one bidder against me. He says, "All you gotta go is like $100 more, and it's yours." I said, "Okay." I said, "When does bidding end?" He said, "Tomorrow. Get your bid in." I said, "Okay." So I went home that night and I wrote up my bid. Took it up to the police station. I said, "Make sure the mayor's office gets this in the morning." He said, "Okay." And then that evening, the next day, they opened the envelopes, all two of them, and I got a phone call. "Bring money. It's yours." I said, "Okay." The only thing that pissed me off was they took all the police equipment off of it. I thought they were going to leave all that shit on for me. No, they took it all off. Then I found out they didn't even use it. They took all the shit off the police car and they put it in the service garage up on a shelf. I was like, "Gee, for an extra $100, you could have left all that shit on for me." I had to go out and buy my own. But it was cool. Fastest thing on four wheels. 429 Ford. 4-barrel. With a police transmission. Oh, I love that car. And then some asshole ass-ended me and totaled it. I only had it about a year. Pissed me off. I'm sitting at a traffic light. Hey, what the hell? Yeah. Bent the shit out of the back end of it. They could have saved it if he wouldn't have bent the frame rail. Yeah, bent the frame rail on the right side. That made it a total loss. But then, it went even better. Because I took the money and I drove past this dealership and I was like, "Wow, those look like police cars." I pulled in and I says to the salesman, I says, "What's with them back there?" "Well, those were all demonstrators. We loaned them to the city to see if they were going to buy a fleet, and they did. So these have all been gently used, but they're all police cruisers." Yeah. So I had me an AMC Matador. Police special. Another rocket ship on wheels. Except the asshole ruined it. I go to pick the car up. And I'm like, "Where's my car?" "He's there, right there." "That ain't my car." "Oh, I did you a favor. I didn't think you wanted it to look like a police car. So I had a vinyl top put on it for you." "Oh, shit. I didn't want no vinyl top. I wanted it to look like a police car." He turned it into a family sedan. Aren't you appreciative? No. I don't want a vinyl top. You do me no favor. It's too late. I already bought it. Although, I could have done buyer's remorse. But then they wouldn't have let me buy another one. I want that one. You already bought this one. Salesman thought he was making me happy. Oh, I took it out. There was enough money in the deal. I put a vinyl top on it for you, so it didn't look like a police car. But it ran like a scared rabbit. Oh, shit. You know, my grandfather had Nash Ramblers and Rambler Ambassadors. They were never quick cars. But this thing, I wish I could have taken Grandpa for a ride in it. Although he'd have kicked the shit out of me. What are you doing? You got speeding, for Christ's sake. Just showing you what a car will do. But unfortunately, he was past by then. Yeah, it was a dark day in my life. No more trips to the West Side Market. No more eating like heathens. But he left me with great memories. That's all that counts. I still think of him to this day. I got something to show you. Hold on. Let me light my LD, my Louis Ducat. I had to take a bunch of shit out of my RAV4 because I had to take the back seat out to get to the fuel pump. But I found something I forgot I had a big first aid kit. And I don't know why I looked through it. I was like, I knew what was in there, except I found the rest. Now, I don't know if you can see if these are gold. See these gold surgical instruments? These are for heart surgeons. Yeah, they get gold-plated instruments. Not all the way down, just the handles. Gold-plated. Yeah. That's why your heart surgery is so fucking expensive, because the surgeons have to have gold-plated instruments. Yeah. Gold-plated, see? Can you see them? Look at that. They put a new LED light in the studio. It's too bright. The light bouncing off my head. But it works today because I wanted to show you the gold-plated instruments. Yeah. Heart surgeons ain't using just regular instruments. They have to have theirs gold-plated. Yeah. Then you wonder why your heart surgery's $300,000. Gold-plated instruments don't come cheap, baby. I bet you one of these is about $1,000. Yeah, gold. Gold-plated surgical instruments. But one thing, you know, when they got you cracked open and all these are sticking out of your chest, it looks impressive. All that gold shining in the surgical light. Yeah, heart surgeons, yeah. Gold. I'll never forget when the girl gave them to me. I said, "What's with the gold?" She goes, "Those are for heart surgery." They don't use them for anything else? Oh, no. Everything for heart surgery, gold plated. See, those instruments were being discarded. Every so often, a company would come in and x-ray them a special way. I don't know, they seem all fine to me, but there was something on the x-ray. Can't use this one anymore. And then they were supposed to dispose of them, but not to Grumpy. But I got them anyway. She'd slide them to me on the sly. Hey, don't let nobody see these. Here you go. Here you go. Have some gold-plated instruments. Oh, I got a toolbox. A 3-drawer toolbox full of surgical instruments. But I only got about a handful of the gold ones. Because everybody wanted the gold ones. I remember there was a nurse walking around. She had one. She used to have it clipped right to her scrub. I don't know if she used it for anything, but it looked impressive. Gold forceps hanging from your scrubs. But yeah. You know, when they got you cracked open like an old walleye laying on the operating table, and there's 400 instruments sticking out of your chest, the glitter of the gold in the surgical lamp looks beautiful. I tell them, hey, I want 8.5 by 11 glossies of the whole surgery. I want to see all them gold instruments sticking out of my chest cavity. But yeah, heart surgeons get gold instruments. Not solid gold. You saw them. All the handles, gold plated. Surgical gold. That's what she told me. This ain't just any gold. It's surgical gold. Makes it more expensive, I guess. But yep. Those are only used for heart surgery. No other surgeon can touch them. Yeah. Then you wonder why your hospitalization's so fucking expensive. The heart surgeons have to have special gold-plated instruments. I always would like to ask a heart surgeon, hey, doc, if you didn't have them gold-plated instruments, how much would my surgery have been? 75,000? $300,000 for the same surgery? Oh, I have to pay for them gold instruments, huh? You couldn't use the old rusty ones on me? I wouldn't have minded. You got good antibiotics to fight infection? No. I also, today, emailed YouTube and prison because I wanted to know what ended my stream the other night. I got 10 minutes in, gone. Big sign come up on your stream has ended. I didn't end it. Yeah. I don't know if it was YouTube or Prism. But after 10 minutes, but then when I come on to do take 2, got the whole stream in. Didn't get none of them red flashing warnings or anything. Just ended. And it wasn't me. Did you end my stream? No, you're lucky. Yeah, I'm talking away and it's like, your stream has ended. I was like, what the fuck? So I had to do it all over again, close everything out, reopen everything, type in my titles, and went like 40 minutes with no problem. I don't know why it cut me off after 10. But I went in and I deleted that 10-minute one today. Yeah, it disappeared. Delete. And then I like when you go to delete something. YouTube comes up with a warning. This will be deleted forever. Well, that's what I want. Then you have to click. I accept. Delete. And then it goes away. Oh. I found something else out neat today. Good old Elon. Oh. A certain credit card company who will remain nameless raised their percentage per transaction. So Elon shit canned him. Yeah. Got this big notice the other day. After this date, we will no longer be accepting this credit card company. I was like, wow, pays to be a billionaire. You can make people squirm. Then I looked it up, and yeah, it was due to them raising their per purchase transaction fee. And old Elon don't like nobody taking a chip out of his money. So he just eliminated them. Said, no more. We ain't accepting you no more. And boy, that'll put a hurting on that credit card company, I guarantee. Because PayPal is worldwide. And worldwide, that credit card company got deep sixed. They'll be begging in another month or so, please take us back, please. I can see Elon. You're gonna lower your transaction fee? Oh yes. As a matter of fact, it'll be less than what we were charging you. Okay, you can come back on a trial basis. Yeah, shit canned them all together. And it pisses me off because I used to use that credit card every now and then. But yeah. No longer. PayPal don't accept them. I tried putting it in, I went to add a credit card. I started to type the numbers in, and it went, we do not accept this credit card. Holy shit. So, don't piss off Elon. Oh, they're going to realize the hit that they're taking. I guarantee it. Especially when, it's worldwide. Not just in America. PayPal's worldwide. And I guarantee, worldwide, people were using that credit card. Not no more. Gone. Big notice came up on PayPal. I looked at it and I was like, really? Yeah, it says after, I don't know, September 28th or something like that, we will no longer be accepting this credit card. And then it got wiped off my PayPal. I went in and I checked my credit cards that I use. Gone. Couldn't even put it back in. I got the first four numbers in. We no longer accept this credit card. Uh-oh. Someone pissed off old Elon. You know, the guy has got more money than he'll ever spend in 5 lifetimes. Now, I don't know what the percentage was raised to, but geez, you want to, $1 billion more every year? You can't spend what you got. Right now, he could go out and buy Ford, GM, and Chrysler and still have a shitload of money. But no. I guess it was the principle with him. Oh, they're charging me. Oh, are they charging me? Well, we know how to handle that. Just like the website he bought. The Big X. A credit card company got the Big X. Although it is kind of stupid. I don't know why he changed the name of it. Used to be Twitter. Now it's X. Everybody's like, it's on X, formerly known as Twitter. You own the damn company. Why? Everything's got to be X. There's Tesla, Model X, SpaceX. What's with Elon and X? Guy's got an X fetish. Yeah. X model Tesla. X instead of Twitter, and SpaceX. Although it does sound a lot better than Space Musk. Sounds like an interterrestrial disease. Oh, I got Space Musk. Oh, damn. Is there a cure for it? No. Okay, I'll live with it. Space Musk. Or he could have named it Space Elon. Or Elon Space. Or Musk Space. No, Space X. But I'll tell you what. He did some cool shit with SpaceX. I watched a couple of launches. And like back in the day, when the booster would separate and it would fall into the fucking ocean and then they'd have to go look for it. No, it's neat. As soon as that booster detaches, it comes right back home. Yeah, I was amazed. I'm watching it. Come right down, bonk. The launch pad's over here, and then the landing pad's over here. So the rocket launches, and then that booster comes down. Bonk. Amazing. I had to replay it. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't see that. And what was neat in the beginning, it landed on a big ship. Yeah, Elon had a big goddamn ship. like the size of an aircraft carrier. It come right down, bonk. Now, it lands right next to the launch pad. Amazing. I'll give him that much. And then he redesigned the capsules. Instead of fitting, 3 people crammed in, it's like they're in a giant SUV, like a giant Tesla. And he's got cameras all over the place. When the rockets launch, he's got a camera on the side of the rocket. You're like, wow, you're watching that thing take off. And then he's got cameras inside the capsule. The astronauts are waving. How are ya? We're going 3,000 miles an hour right now. We don't feel it. That's the neat thing about watching. And nobody really watches them. Back in the day in school, in grade school, they had TVs in the classroom. And we'd all count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff. Everybody be cheering in the classroom. Now it's so passé. People are like, oh, you launched a rocket? Oh, okay. What else is in the news? But he makes it neat to watch. Especially with the cameras on the outside of the rocket. You don't care? Okay. My opinion, I like watching them. I'm like a little kid again. Oh boy. I sit there and I do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 8. And then I yell, ignition, lift off. And I'll tell you what, a friend of mine used to work for NASA. And he told me that them spaceships, okay, rockets, they're bolted to the launch pad. And when ignition hits, those engines have to build up a certain amount of thrust to blow those bolts apart to launch that rocket. I was like, how big are the bolts? I'd like to see one sometime. They gotta be, yeah. It's literally bolted to the launch pad. And it blows itself off the launch pad. I was like, I gotta pay more attention to the next launch. But the cameras, once the flames, you don't see anything. But yeah, he told me it's bolted to the launch pad. And those rocket thrust has to be a certain amount to blow the bolts apart so it launches. I was like, wow. I want to see one of the bolts. They never show them to you. You would think like after the launch, they go out and retrieve one and go, look, here's one of the bolts that was holding it to the launch pad. Look at it, and it's blown right apart. The nut's still on the end. They never tell you that. All the years growing up watching launches, they never told you it's bolted down. Although you got to keep it from falling over. But yeah, it's bolted down. And when them engines fire up, it blows the bolts apart. I was like, I want to see one. He said, well, I don't work for NASA anymore. Well, Don't you know somebody that gets you a picture? I want to see what they look like. They gotta be fucking huge. Goddamn bolts gotta be the size of 55-gallon drums. You ever see the size of one of them rockets? That's your trivia for today. Bolted down rockets. So you got gold instruments. Oh. There you go. Now you know what's sticking out of your chest during heart surgery. Gold-plated instruments. And you learned a little trivia about rocket launches. Now that the bread war's over, what am I going to do tomorrow? Jeez. I didn't think it was going to be that short of a battle. One phone call, the next day, done. Although I got to hand it to Schwabel's Bakery. In the days of who cares about customer service, they do. Man, they take complaints serious. Not like Square Trade. I've been composing my letter to the CEOs, both of them. The CEO of Allstate and the CEO of Square Trade, Carl. I've had to revise it because I have a bad habit of writing in grumpy language. I had to take a lot of the cuss words out, clean the letter up. Yeah. It went from 5 paragraphs to 1. I was like, can't be swearing in every other sentence. Yeah, I've got it written out on a legal pad. I read it and I'm like, oh, scratch that out. Oh, scratch that out. Can't use that. I'm like, by the time I get done, it'll be 2 sentences. Your company sucks. Check the complaint website. Signed, Grumpy Old Man. Yes, it sucks when you can't put all them swear and cuss words in. Although I'm dealing with CEOs, they don't like reading that kind of stuff. So, once I get it composed, I'll let you know when I mail it. And then we'll do a countdown to see how long it takes to get a reply. If I get a reply. Oh, I will. It'll be one of them, standard PDF generic response letters. Thank you for writing us. We'll look into the problem. Signed, Carl. Some lowly third-level vice president will write the response. We'll look into your complaint. We find it hard to believe our company sucks. Signed, someone under Carl. They won't put no names. It'll come back. Signed, the Square Trade TV team. Sylvia. Yeah, they probably hand it to her and say, here, Sylvia, you started this shit. You respond to him. I still find it hard to believe, with all those complaints, how he doesn't know. It amazes me. I mean, them 3 websites, and it was just pages of complaints. And it was about everything. TVs, washers, cell phones, power tools. I was just blown away. 3 different websites. And the company operates the way it does. Carl can't be that deaf and blind. But it amazes me how well, like I say, they got a sweetheart deal with Walmart. They're the only extended warranty company. And boy, they got sweetheart deals with everybody. Even eBay. Do you want extended coverage through Allstate Protection? No. Yeah. I bought a microphone. And before I could check out, up popped a screen. Do you want extended coverage? And then I looked and I saw the Allstate logo. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah. I wonder how much they're kicking back to Elon. And I wonder if Elon knows how bad they suck. Maybe I'll write him too. Dear Elon Musk X. Yeah, that'll get his attention. You say, oh, I might just change my name. I like that. Elon Musk X. The company insuring PayPal sucks. Signed, Grumpy Old Man. And now get a reply. Keep complaining, I'm going to strap you to the outside of the next rocket. Okay, I won't. Okay, you've heard enough. I got to figure out what tomorrow's going to be. All my fun with the bread war ended faster than it did with Square Trade. One day, done. But I won. I won and I didn't get it stuck in my ass. That's the best part of this one. I won and I got 2 phone numbers to personal cell phones that they answer because I called Kevin. So I know that one works. Although I can see, Grumpy Old Man. Oh, I ain't not answering that. Let it go to voicemail. Well, I'm used to that. I only left 51 on Sylvia's phone. Was it? Yeah, 51. 51 voicemails. And then she called me after they stuck the TV in my ass. She had a big smile on her face. We got you. That'll teach you to leave 51 voicemails on my phone. Can't win everything, but I won the bread war. Yeah. I'll be in Jewish rye forever. I'm going to go in tomorrow, see how many loaves are sitting on the shelf. I'll be like, oh, I'll take a picture. Oh, look at what I did. Jewish rye bread stacked. We'll see how long it lasts. Like Kevin told me, this guy has a bit of an attitude at times. Sooner or later, he'll get pissed off. Now just call Kevin. Hey, he needs an attitude tune-up. I'll handle it. Thank you. Okay, peoples, I'll let you go. You're tired of listening to me. Where's my clicker? I always lose the clicker. I have to change the pointer. I gotta make it larger. I got this little itty bitty pointer. That's why I lose it. All right. Chat with you tomorrow.